Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to another video. So in this video, we'll be exploring a section of the Jew community, which is KobbaTown, and that is a section or another area that is located within this main Jew highway. But I'll pan down so you guys will see exactly where it is. And of course, this is the main Jew highway, and just a few walks to that particular side is Jew Junction. But this is the route that we are going to take. This Kamara Street route is the route that we are going to take, and it will lead us directly into a section of the Jew community called KobbaTown. And of course, I'll just pan the camera around. So standing here, and if I will be able to zoom in, which I am not, so that building that you guys are seeing is a very large Chinese hospital that plays a very vital role to the inhabitants or the residents of this particular area. So we'll start the video, and this is exactly the route that we are going to take. So bear with me, and of course welcome and thank you guys for coming along. And the reason that I decided to do this particular video and of course explore this particular area or section of the Jew community is just again to try and if I can say, try to make an announcement that climate change is real. And you definitely not believe, here in Sierra Leone, the month of March is a very hot time. And of course, this morning around the western part of the country, say from the Lumbly area up to the Bauma section, there was a heavy downpour of rain this early morning that lasted at I think about 40 minutes to an hour. So that just tells you that things are really changing, and the seasons are definitely intersecting into or encroaching into each and other's time. So I'll just take you guys back so you guys will know exactly where we came from. So there is exactly where we came from, at the junction of Kamara Street. And a recap, we are exploring KobbaTown, which is a section or an area that is located around the Jew community. So coming back to my topic, this particular area, as we'll go further or we'll push the vlog to the more in-depth part of this particular area, we'll definitely see that some sections standing from certain areas around this particular community, we will see the very huge river that I think passes under that very large bridge that is very close to Jew Junction, which is the Orogu Bridge. So this is just to let you guys know that this particular community is exactly shaped or built like that. And if we go along into the more remote part, because just like other areas, as you guys are seeing, this particular side, we are definitely seeing the amount of vehicular traffic. By that I mean the means of transportation around this particular side, which are bikes. And of course, if we stand here, they're right there, because we are not able to zoom in. You definitely see those mangrove areas right there, and just down that particular side is exactly the river or the waterway that I think flows directly under the Orogu Bridge and also up to this particular side, and ultimately it empties at the sea. So that is just to let you guys know. And of course, I've already told you guys that welcome back. So I was doing the vlog, and I was fortunate to try and meet one of the elders or stakeholders of this particular area, and he said he will grant me the opportunity for him to say a few things about this particular area of this community. So I'll try and do a very short interview with him, and then immediately after that we'll continue with the vlog. So hello again, sir. You can state your name and show me exactly Usai with day.
Yes, good afternoon. I'm Mr. Dennis Amara Masakoi.
Okay.
Resident of this Koba farm community.
Okay.
Jue,
okay.
Constituency 112.
Okay. Okay.
Koba district.
Okay. So so far, because since I start from inside and I take you can tell me this area, so some of the changes them way don't occur and the area, and if possible the difficulties them again we on the face as a community.
Of course, yes. I want to tell you a lot of thank you because you don't meet the right person.
Okay.
One of the right persons we will give you insight into this area.
Okay.
This is Koba farm.
Okay.
This place was opened by one man from Thailand.
Okay.
By the name of Koba.
Okay.
It has been long since established.
Okay.
From the time of Koba when he was president.
Okay.
Because he demarcated this area.
Okay.
And it was being reserved.
Okay.
It was only that man that was living here.
Okay.
But later others came to join him.
Others came in and
yes, to join him through government recommendation.
Okay. And the community has grown to a very large one.
To strength.
Okay.
As you can see, this place was bushy. This place was not a no-go area. Okay. It was not appreciable by a whole lot of people. If you are opportune to have visitors here or come here and at the then time, you wouldn't have loved to be here.
Okay.
But today there's massive development in this place. You can see that there's now light because the place has over the years lacked the supply of electricity for a couple of years.
Okay.
But that one is now done, although we say thanks to government because the light is now sustainable. We say thanks to government. Then the roads, the feeder roads are not really that motorable, or we're looking for, believe in God, looking forward to working with government and other personnel, stakeholders,
okay,
to see how best we can see towards the reconstruction of
the roads.
As you can see, water is one of the main problems.
The difficulties that you guys are facing.
Yes, water supply. No pipe-borne water supply here.
Okay.
We find difficulties. Boreholes are not nowhere to be seen, except people have to travel over distance. They go down to the valleys, other areas. Some people go to Hastings community, some cross
to fetch water.
Yes, to look for water.
Okay.
Yes, so we're really looking for a redeemer, as the government is there. Other local authorities that are to really emerge from this area to put the interest of this area first.
Okay.
So this is another area. The education also is there. Teachers are there. Schools are being approved. Like Joy Academy Senior Secondary School has been approved. But the teachers are not yet approved. They need to be on PIN code.
Okay.
Like Sidmas also has got GSS.
Okay.
Yes, but the teachers.
So these are some of the schools that are located in this community at Koba farm.
Yes, they are really doing very, very well.
Okay.
We have our youth, the youth people guys. You can see that the youth guys, they are really footballers, but they don't have sponsors.
Okay.
They don't have people that can really help them out.
Okay.
They have got some talent, so they need to be helped, and we need also to promote female football.
Okay.
In this place. And Koba farm community, as you can see also, we don't have cemetery, graveyard, we don't have the area barrier, we don't have these things.
How about a hospital? Do you guys have a hospital in this community?
We don't have government facility, a hospital here, no market. So really the planning of this place was poorly done.
Okay.
Yes, let the elders forgive me, those that were there at that time.
Okay.
Yes, now that they never knew that this place will expand to this level. So it was not properly done. So we lack all these basic facilities. But we are really in dire need of these things.
Okay.
We really want the whole of Sierra Leone, or whoever is
in need of
developmentally oriented, or any sons and daughters, successful sons and daughters from this axis or Koba farm in particular, within Sierra Leone and beyond, let them really put heads together and see how best they can come to our aid. To see that this place is being given a facelift. Development is massive. Yes, we can say thanks to God for that. You come to the Christians and the Muslims who are coexisting here. there's no problem.
Okay.
Yes, intermarriages, there are, we seek each other's interests and a whole lot of things.
Okay.
So this place is really, there is that religious tolerance.
Okay.
That's why it's being shown.
So if I can try and leave you now, what will be the last or final words that you'll have for those that may have the opportunity to help you guys in terms of all these things that this particular community is lacking?
Yes, before I can bring a recommendation, in fact, this coming election, 24th of June, this year, 2023,
Okay.
I also had an intention for that honorable member of parliament
Position.
Yes, for this constituency 112.
Okay.
Trying to secure the ticket of the Sierra Leone People's Party
Okay.
for member of parliament. Because of all these numerous challenges that cannot go without being solved, so I thought it fitting. I thought, among other things, to really come in to trust God and the leadership of the SLPP party and my colleague citizens here, residents of this place, to see how best we can come together. They vote me in, then we can start from there to continue to help to solve the problem of this particular area. Okay, and that is still on. And we are really strongly believing that quality representation. Then any other person that is going to be opportune to attain any position this coming elections, or in whatever form or capacity you find yourself, whether councillor, MP, whether minister, whatever, council chairman, be you youth leader here or headman here, you have to have this place at heart.
Okay.
There is a parable that says it is not the length of time that one take or one thing that matters, but one's achievement. This is one of the suitable quotations from William Shakespeare, the great literary giant from England.
Okay.
So achievement is better than grey-headedness.
Okay.
Achievement is better than grey-headedness. They are not going to look at your grey hair, but what you are going to do.
Okay.
And the world is a stage, just like that poem. The poem says that the 7 ages of what? Man. The 7 stages of man. Okay. So you don't have to occupy the stage for
I will thank you very, very much and wish you a success in your member of parliament campaign for this particular community, and continue with the vlog. So thank you once again, sir.
Thank you, my brother. I'm still Dennis Masako.
Okay.
God bless you.
Yeah. So we continue, as you guys have heard it from one of the residents of this particular community, and also an aspiring councillor to represent the Koba farm community, as he was there talking about some of the challenges and the difficulties that the community as a whole is facing. But I think some of the things that I was able to pick out, and the most important one was the lack of pipe-borne water or drinking water, which is a major issue for the inhabitants of this particular community. And of course, the roads that leads to the various areas or sections of this particular community are not that developed or paved, as you guys have seen since we started the vlog. But again, we'll stand here just to try and take you guys back and show you guys exactly where we came from. So there is exactly where we came from, and this is exactly where we are. So we'll just pan the camera around, and immediately after that we'll try and focus. And of course, this new construction project right there. So I think in doing some of these vlogs, if you're fortunate, will definitely come across some of the inhabitants or the stakeholders that are residing in this particular community. And I would have never guessed that I will be able to talk to such an individual that just gave us a brief history of how this particular area came about, and of course to how it has grown or developed over the years to this particular size that you guys are seeing. But apart from all the things that he was highlighting as the difficulties, I think the two important downsides to this particular community, as you guys will definitely tell, is the roads, because since we started the vlog we definitely have not seen any form of paved part of this particular highway up to this other side or this other section, but we will continue with the video and also try as much as we can in pushing the video. We are approaching a mosque as it is Friday, so this is Nasrullah Islamic Primary School, and they also have a mosque, as there is exactly where that recitation is coming from. But overall, I definitely know that some of the basic or the most important institutions that are supposed to be located in a particular community, especially a community that is this large, is definitely some of them are lacking in this particular area. But again, I'll just stand here and take you guys back. So there is exactly where we came from, and this is Kane Drive. We came right from that particular side, and this is exactly where we are. But I'll just pan the camera around and try to take you guys back. So this is the route that we are going to use. So this is Bobbin Avenue. It goes all the way to that particular side right there, all the way inside there, as you guys are seeing it, but we are not able to zoom in today, as you guys already know why that is. So we will continue with our discussion, and just like I initially was telling you guys about some of the institutions that are supposed to be located in communities that are with this amount of population, and of course we've came across a school, and one of the stakeholders, Mr. Masako, was just highlighting the lack of pipe-borne water, and of course there is also a lack of a health facility. But I definitely know that there is a clinic that is very far from where exactly we are. So this is Fumba Drive. It goes all the way down to that particular side, and of course you guys will definitely see these new construction that is going on right now as we continue with the video, and of course this one right here. So overall, we'll definitely know from the interview that we did with that individual or stakeholder that this is a community that has recently developed very rapidly in terms of the population, because just like he was saying, it was not this particularly crowded. So again, standing here just to give you guys a glimpse of this particular area. So there is the river that I highlighted or showed you guys, and of course those swampy areas right there, as we'll not be able to zoom in, but I'll just start panning the camera around from this particular side just so you guys will get to know exactly how it is. And of course that river that I told you guys about that empties at the sea, there it is right there. And of course this is exactly where we are, still at Kane Drive and continuing the exploration. So, and also one thing that I have noticed, because it is 12 midday, and exploring this particular side of this community will definitely tell that since it is located to a very swampy area, this is a very cold or windy community, as you would definitely tell, because it is midday and it is very cold and very windy. presently, as you will definitely know that if the sun is not shining, the temperatures will drastically drop, as it is the case with most areas that are very close to the sea. But again, we will continue and try the exploration, and there is exactly those mangrove areas that I showed you guys earlier. So again, I'll try and take you guys back and show you guys exactly where we came from. So there is exactly where we came from. So there is the entrance to Kane, to this particular side, which is Kane Drive, and of course this is the other part, or the other sections of the Jewish community. And I know that you guys would have noticed, or might have noticed, the amount of new construction that is ongoing, or that is presently going on at this particular area or community, as we will definitely see. But I know that since this is the route that we are using in the exploration of this particular area or community, maybe as we go along we'll try and see some areas that are very close to the swampy areas or the river side of this particular community, which is the Koba farm community, as we make progress and try and push the video as further as we can. So this is the section exactly where we are, still at Kane Drive. And the reason that I usually do some of these vlogs is you would definitely know that there is a whole lot, or a whole new community that are located at intersections of various areas around these main highways. So this particular community is an example as we continue to explore. So this is Joy Marisatu Drive, and it goes all the way down that particular side right there. And of course those other side is the other section of the Jewish community. But hopefully we will try and push the video, and of course we'll try and see if we'll kind of do a circle around this particular community, so as if not capture all of the parts or areas of this particular community, but at least try to capture as much as we can. So again, we'll pause here. I just try to take you guys back and show you guys exactly where we came from right there. And we are still using Kane Drive, as that is exactly where we are. And of course I think this particular section, some of the houses that are located here, some are gated whilst the others are not. And of course, talking about the lack of water, you guys will definitely see, I think this is one of the means that the inhabitants of this community usually this is one of the means that the inhabitants of this community usually use to get water. But again, I'll just stand here, so at least I'll try and give you guys a glimpse of those particular side, or those very swampy areas that lead, or that empties to the sea, that very small river right there. And of course those other sections of the community of Troy. And of course panning the camera around so you guys will know exactly where it is. So as we continue and talking about still some of the difficulties that these inhabitants of this community are facing, as you definitely see, I think some of the things that are lacking is, I think one of them is the lack of course, the feeder roads, as we can definitely tell that that is the case, and of course pipe-borne water, because there is definitely electricity, and this whole community all around is electrified. But these are just some of the difficulties that this particular community is facing as we continue. So this is also another construction project that is ongoing right here, but again still here as we continue to this other side, or this other section, and there is exactly where we came from. And of course there was some sort of a tap right where those red dirt are, and of course this other side, or this other section, as we continue. So talking about the clinic, the very small hospital or clinic that is located in this community, I know that this is exactly where it is located, and it is called the Medvenue Community Health Center, or the Medvenue Hospital. And that particular hospital also has a school called the Medvenue School of Social Sciences. So that is just to let you guys know, and of course we'll stand here so just to let you guys know. And of course this is also another way that is being carved out for those of the inhabitants that are living down that particular side, as we continue with the video and trying to show those other parts, and of course taking you guys back. And here is exactly where we are. We came from that particular side as we continue with the vlog. So there is also another mosque right here, as it is presently the holy month of Ramadan. So I'll just try and push the video to try and show you guys this hospital or this clinic, and immediately after that we'll try and end the vlog. So welcome back. So we continue where we started. So I guess you guys have already seen that we've already done an exploration of this particular side, which is Kande Drive, that goes all the way to that side. And of course we revert back and try to continue and try and see as much of the Koba farm community as possible. So this is a mosque, and they are still not yet. So we continue. So I think this is some form of a makeshift garage right there, but it is a land that I definitely think belongs to someone, and you guys will definitely see it. Whoa! So we are now able to zoom again, and of course those other areas right there, I think they are part of the Yams farm or the KobbaTown community right there. So we continue, just like I was showing you guys, this makeshift garage that is, I think it's a very large land that belongs to someone, because its fence starts from right there, imagine, and it goes all the way right somewhere by that blue gate right there. So we continue to this other side, and just to let you guys know, the route that we started with during the video is the same route that we are still using, as we've already completed the exploration of Kande Drive, and this is the same way, the entrance, the road that starts at the junction of the main highway at Jue, that is this same road that we are using. But again, I'll just try and take you guys back so you guys know exactly where we are. So that was exactly where we actually started the video, and of course we have done a branch into the right hand side of that particular drive, and of course we've came back and tried to have at least an extensive view of this particular area or community, which is the Koba farm community. But we are continuing the video and trying as much as we can in exploring the whole area. So I guess by now you guys would have already know exactly what type of community the Koba farm is and exactly what are the different facilities that are available, and of course some of the downsides that the inhabitants that are living in this particular area are facing. But I definitely know that we are coming very close to the end of this particular vlog, because I think at that particular wide field is exactly where we'll stop. Maybe we'll find another way that goes to the inner or further section of this particular area, but again we will stand at this particular side so you guys will definitely know exactly where we are. So this is exactly where we are. We take you guys back. So we came from this particular side, and there is exactly the entrance that we used in order to get at this particular side, and of course this is the other side and the other section of this particular community, which is the Koba farm or the KobbaTown community that is located at the main highway, or the main Freetown Jue highway, just to be specific. So this is it, and all these other sections are part of that particular community. So, and just to give you guys a recap, of course we have already seen one of the locals explaining to us, or we've already heard from one of the locals of this particular community explaining to us exactly the challenges that this particular area or community is facing as a whole. But we will try and stop the video right here, and this is exactly where we will end today's vlog. And I definitely know that this is the community field where I think most of their tournaments are usually held, right here. But this is exactly where I'll stand and of course try and pan the camera around. So this is exactly where we'll stop today's video, because I know that the community extends to other parts beyond this particular side, but I think there is no direct way that leads to the other side or other section except we use this particular way, because I think the way has been blocked by some of this new construction that has been going on over the years. And an example is this one, and of course that one right there. So that is the video, and thank you guys once again for coming along with me, and again until I catch you guys again at the next one. Peace.